and they laughed at the pointless gesture. Behind them the door to the street opened, and a man walked in. At first he was just a shadow, backlit through the greasy glass of the door. William felt a moment's unease. Is this safe? Maybe he'd been a little quick with the reassurances some minutes before. He and Anna would be walking out in 10 minutes with a house down payment on her finger. He looked around and was troubled to see there were no security cameras here. But the man walked closer and offered a pleasant smile and nod, then returned to reading his texts. He had pale skin, wearing a dark jacket and knit stocking cap, carrying cloth gloves in his phone hand. All necessary accessories on this unusually frosty March day. An attaché case, too. He'd work in the building, or maybe was picking up a ring for his fiancée at Patel's, too. No threat. Still, William, a health club and Fitbit aficionado himself, was in top form and could take down a guy of this size. A fantasy, he supposed, that every man engaged in from time to time. Finally, the elevator arrived and the doors squealed open. They got in, and the man gestured to the couple to enter first. Please, an accented voice. William couldn't place the nationality. Thank you, Anna said. A nod. At the third floor, the door opened, and the man again gestured with his palm. William nodded in response, and he and Anna continued toward Patel Designs at the end of the long, dim hallway. Jatin Patel was an interesting man, an immigrant from Surat, Western India, the diamond-polishing center of that country and of the world now. When the couple had been here some weeks ago, placing their order, Patel had chatted away, explaining that the vast bulk of gem-quality diamond polishing was done there in boiler rooms, tiny factories like apartment buildings, hot and filthy, with terrible ventilation. Only the best diamonds were cut in New York or Antwerp or Israel anymore. Because of his skill, he'd risen above the pack of cutters, thousands of them in Surat, and managed to save enough money to come to the United States and open a shop. He sold jewelry and diamonds retail, to the soon-to-be Sloanes, for instance, but he was best known for his cutting of high-end diamonds from raw stones. On that earlier visit, William had been fascinated to learn about the diamond trade. Fascinated, too, that Patel would, from time to time, grow coy and steer the conversation away from William's innocent questions. He supposed the diamond world was a shadowy, secretive place in many ways. Look at blood diamonds, those mined in Africa by warlords and terrorists who used the profits to finance their horrific crimes. The princess cut William was buying came with a guarantee that it had been ethically mined. William, though, couldn't help but wonder how true that was. After all, was the broccoli he'd steamed last night truly organic, as the placard at their local store promised? He was aware that the man who'd accompanied them in the elevator had stopped at a door just before Patel's and was hitting the intercom. So he was legit. William chided himself for his concern and pressed the button for Patel Designs. Through the speaker came, "Yes? Who is there? Mr. Sloane? Yes, it's us." There was a click of the door, and they stepped in. It was at that moment that a thought struck William Sloane. As in many old-time buildings, the door to all of the businesses on this floor had transoms above them, horizontal glass panels. Here they were covered with thick bars for security. The one above Patel's door glowed, revealing lights inside. But the transom next door, the one the man from the elevator had stopped at, was dark. That business was closed. No! A sudden rush of footsteps behind them, and gasping, William turned to see the man, now with his head covered by a ski mask, charge toward them. He shoved them into the small room where Patel sat behind a counter. The intruder moved so fast that Anna was knocked off her feet and fell hard, screaming. William turned but froze as the man pointed a gun his way, a black pistol. "Jesus, no! Please!" Despite his age and paunchy midsection, Jatin Patel rose fast, reaching for what must have been a panic button. He didn't get close. The man lunged forward, and reaching over the counter, slammed the pistol into his face. There was a horrific sound. William heard the snap of bone under the impact. The diamond dealer screamed. Patel, whose complexion was grayish all the time, grew grayer yet. "Look," William said.